Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. Welcome. It's Lizzie Lightworker here, Rainbow Moon. I'm bringing you guys a reading today. It's going to be for what tough love lesson have you learned so far? And how is it helping you with your connection to your divine masculine? And this will be for separation messages. But what have you learned so far about relationships? What's been the hardest? How is this helping you? How does this affect your connection to the divine masculine? And sort of a message from spirit about your divine masculine to sort of wrap up. So let's get into this. So the first card here, the hardest thing, toughest lesson has been transformation for you. I feel like this is for everybody. It's hard to change and accept change. And I feel like this is what this is trying to tell you. The energy of transformation supports our ability to gracefully flow through times of transition, allowing the old to make room for the new. So yeah, having that old self die off, those old ways, those old habits of ways of thinking and being. I feel like this also has to do with sort of fearing change. Change is scary. We don't know. It's unknown to us in the moments, but we know we need to do it. It's sort of like when you need to go into the woods and just trust, take those breaths and like breathe in life and learn that it's okay to not know what's next. So we've got an emptiness too. So these are two things that sort of like, these two energies sort of like, I feel like play off on each other, okay? Because we've got transformation and possibly having difficulties doing that. Or you feel like maybe it's not happening fast enough or it's happening too fast. There's things that are so different now, having connected with your divine masculine, that you know there's no going back. But you're stuck and you're confused and you know that this is scary. It's a scary process. It's making you feel quite empty. I also feel like spirit is trying to clear the way for you of old people, old past people, possibly past relationships that were hurtful, that left you feeling empty. And you might be going back and forth into the past and sort of trying to remember things or trying to figure things out. Or you might have always attracted the same type of person until your twin flame came along. So yeah, the transition and the transformation has been hard, but your energy is changing. You can't stop it. I feel like there's a little sense to me that you might be even fighting it a little bit in some ways, or just wanting it to go faster. I feel like sometimes too we get hung up on the fact that we think that this is going to speed up the time, to get back to our twin flame, when really time is just a 3D thing and it's all what you're putting into yourself. Okay? So I feel like there hasn't been much of putting into yourself and being for everybody else, when spirit is like, no, the time has come now. You're past that. You have to be different now. You're past that. You have to start being about yourself. So let's see something else that you might be struggling with. You're upset because there hasn't been adequate communication. I feel like you've been completely ghosted. This person, your divine masculine, may have done that. You don't know. It may have been for your betterment. It may seem like not, but I feel like you're very hung up and very tied up to the fact that there's no communication right now and you want it. I feel like you don't even care if they're a mess or they're like, I feel like you don't even care what type of energy they're in. You want it so bad, you just can't stand it anymore. Spirit's like, you gotta let them be, because I just feel like we're not supposed to go chasing. The chase has to kind of hold back right now when transformation is happening. Okay? Transformation's happening. It's to put the energy back on you. And I feel like you are sort of thinking to the past a lot about other relationships that you've had. I feel like there might be some pattern things here for you, but I'm getting more that you feel sort of resentments from the past. A little bit of resentments. We've got give yourself peace. So spirit is trying to bring peace to you. And I feel like you're having a hard time seeing where it is. I feel like they're giving you signs. They're leading you to peace. And I feel like you're in this energy where you're grieving your twin like they're dead and gone. And that's not the case. I feel like you feel like this is like a grief or like almost like a pity party. Don't take that the wrong way. This is spirit coming through. Spirit gets a little tough sometimes. And we are talking about tough love. So let's see something else. We've got expression. The frequency of expression supports our ability to bring out the true essence through many different forms of communication. So it could be that there was issues with communication. Again, if you're feeling like you can't connect or that your twin has ghosted you in some way and you've lost this like power to express yourself or say what you want to say to them, Spirit's like, it doesn't matter. It's more of like an earthly concern. You're supposed to raise this vibration up and over this situation. And sometimes Spirit is like, we put blocks in your way for a reason. Your twin, you may not need to know what's going on with them right now because it might not be good. Or you might be spending energy looking on social media, kind of stalking around, seeing that maybe their life is good and it's bothering you. But Spirit's like, don't worry if you can't directly express yourself. The other ways that you can express yourself is through nature, through hobbies, through self-love, through meditation, through communicating with your guides and reaching your higher self. Spirit wants you to start to meditate to try to reach your higher self. That's very important here, guys. Let's see what else we're getting from the soul journey. So we've got judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Yes. So now that's making sense. It should be making even more sense, guys. This has to do with you sort of ruminating and thinking about, but my life is shitty right now. But I feel this way and I'm hurt and I'm upset and I'm feeling empty and I'm feeling all these things. And possibly, like I said, feeling some type of way towards your twin, like they're doing better or they went with somebody else now. Spirit's like, you have to stop this torture. Stop torturing yourself. Things do not change. We change. We have to change. Doesn't mean things will change, but we have to change. Change our energy. Change our vibration. So yeah, there's something about judgment. And also I feel like Spirit's like, you're very judgmental of yourself and fearful of judgment. Fearful of judgment from others. I feel like Spirit's like, this is old residual shit from the past that it made its way somewhere in your aura and it's like clinging on like a little pricker thingy. Spirit's like, fling that at mother effer off of you and start doing the work a little bit more. And we've got freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Yeah, see, Spirit is bringing you messages about making yourself happy, whatever the cost. Because if your twin and you guys are in separation, your twin has gone on and they're trying to do what they need to do, trying to make themselves happy in some way, Spirit's like, you need to follow suit with that and go ahead and do that for yourself as well. Look, give yourself peace. No more torment. Spirit's like, stop tormenting yourself. So let's see, how does this affect? Well, let's see what you've learned so far too. Because I feel like all these tough lessons, Spirit's trying to show you more and more. So let's see something positive that I feel like you've learned. We've got growth. So I feel like you're starting to understand the fact that you cannot stay like a little seedling, okay? You have to grow into this beautiful, whatever you're going to be, a flower, a tree, whatever you're going to be. Spirit's like, we're showing you all this shit from your past. It might have been painful, but every little bit of it has helped you grow as a person. So I feel like they just want you to be reminded of that. So you have learned so far. So let's see, how does this affect your connection with your divine masculine? So I feel like it makes you feel like they have left you behind and they're off doing what they're doing and you don't know. To me, this feels like a gone without a trace. So again, like a ghosted. I also feel like this is sort of for you to go inward, go within. All the answers are within, I promise you. When you meditate and connect to your higher self, a lot of things come through. When you quiet the noisy mind, the everyday clutter, buzzing, crazy head that we all have, when you quiet that and shut that sucker up, and you can listen to your inner self and the inner and the spirit coming through and all of that, guys, things become clear. Look, we are given a light. Okay, so I also feel like this is about soul searching right now for you and sort of finding yourself. Both of you finding yourselves. But this has been difficult for you. This has been difficult. It does affect your connection with your divine masculine, because I feel like there's a sense of you don't know who you are. There's a sense of like you need to find that person, the ultimate happy person. So there's a way that you have to go about doing this. And I feel like spirit wants you to get more spiritual. This is connects with more spirituality. Okay? Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I feel like spirit is teaching you strength. You're learning strength. Your connection to your divine masculine is very strong. There is a healing element to it, but I feel like you both have to do individual healing. I feel like divine feminine is in more of a growth and healing phase, and I feel like divine masculine has surpassed that. They might be off doing God knows what, it doesn't matter. This is about you and your energy and what you need to do to help yourself to get to your highest, most good and truthful way in self, okay? So let's see from my Lost Love Oracle, sort of some things that have been truly the hardest for you. So we've got self-esteem, self-love, and self-worth. So how does this connect to relationship cards here? How does this connect to that? Commitment. So I feel like you want a commitment from your divine masculine. They weren't ready to give it. And this did a toll on your self-esteem. But I feel like you've always been this way. You've always sort of been this way where you feel like you're not good enough or not pretty enough or hot enough or sexy enough or smart enough or rich enough. The frequency of commitment supports our ability to devote ourselves in all aspects of our being with unwavering belief. The problem with commitment is that when we stay in a younger energy, we feel like just because you say I do, or you're wearing somebody's letter jacket or their ring, that means that there is automatic commitment. Commitment is so much more than just saying you're with somebody or saying I do. It's committing all of yourself, good and bad, and them too, taking their good and their bad, weathering through storms together, surviving the tide together, surviving ups and downs and hard hits to relationships. Some relationships don't cut it. They can't cut it. And it's all about the energy you're in when that's happening. We've got cyber stalking, so you really need to stop trying to check up on them. I feel like you know that they're doing better and well and they're okay, and it's driving you nuts and you're making yourself sick and you need to stop. I also don't know if they connected or committed to somebody else, but it doesn't matter. It's short-living, short-lasting, like whatever I feel like with them. Let's see what else. So we've got blinders. See what is real. Yeah, you're having a hard time putting this all into like reality and putting this all like into check. Okay, I feel like with the commitment thing, this person too, they can't handle full commitment like what I said. They're not willing yet to put themselves through the trenches with you if they had to. Like, you have to think about the major things. Like, me and my twin flame went through my cancer and weathered it together. And certain things, like, guys, I'm just bringing this up as like a point of, can you handle like the hardest things that couples can go through, like the hardest hits that couples can go through? When you can say yes with confidence and know that you'll do that, both of you, then that's how you know you have something really, really solid. Devoting yourselves like that to one another. Does that make sense? So I feel like sometimes we have blinders on because we don't really want to see the truth about ourselves. It's hard. And look, mixed signals, negativity in disguise. So they might have given you some mixed signals. That might have been particularly difficult for you. Absolutely. And it could have been revolving around this commitment issue. They could have seemed like they were really on point and on with you, and then cold. I'm getting hot and cold. They were hot and cold. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. So let's see what else. How is this helping you? It's teaching you about self-worth. I really love that. It's teaching you self-worth. It's teaching you how to really love who you are, inside and out, flaws and all. I love that. Let's see what else. Oopsie, my cards are sticking together. Hold on one second. It's teaching you also about understanding. You are forming new opinions of things. You're forming new knowledge of things. It's teaching you understanding about relationships, about people, about emotions, about why people do things, psychology kind of things, like the psychology behind ghosting, the psychology behind twin flames. Like, you're coming to greater understandings about your own truth and about relationships. And love. Yeah, you're learning about real love, authentic love, not just that sort of wishy-washy, sort of infatuation type love. In the past, you might have confused infatuation for love or sex for love, and Spirit has taught this to you from things of the past. And I feel like in this twin flame connection and separation as well. And we've also got self-fulfillment, learning how to fulfill yourself with it. And that goes right along with the self-love. So really focusing on you and what you want and what you're going to do for you, and treating yourself and being good to yourself and loving yourself. All the ways that, you need to do that. So let's get a message from Spirit about your divine masculine. And I'm going to use my angel cards for this. You are being guided to recognize your own powerful intuition. So your intuition is waking up on this journey. I feel like there's things and things that you knew about your twin flame and other relationships, and you never really honed in on it, but now you are. Like, Spirit's like, now your intuition is woke. It's not going back to sleep. You needed this experience to teach you about self-respect. And come on, guys. We got that card. I just have to look at it. Look, self-worth, self-respect. Absolutely. This is something I want you guys to know that the Divine Feminines struggle with a lot, okay? The Divine Feminine energy struggles with this. Self-worth, self-love, knowing you're beautiful inside and out. There is no fat. There is no ugly. There is no dorky. That doesn't exist. Okay. You are also being guided to make the right choice. So is there a choice that, you're going between two different things here, two different energies, two different people? Stay or go. Reach out or not reach out. Let's see what else we've got. You are thinking too much. Quiet your mind and go with your gut. See, again with the intuition. Spirit wants you to quiet that mind. We were just saying that about the meditation and how you can sort of connect to your higher self and get the answers that you're seeking too. And again, look, we're going to end on that. You are being called to give yourself peace. And set your truth free with love and light. Okay, so you're being called to give yourself peace. Again, with that, I feel like you really need to focus on that inner peace. Cleanse away everything that you could not control, all the people that hurt you. Everything needs to go. It's sort of like cleaning out your closet. I feel like Spirit wants you to do that. And then I do feel like you will be able to see more clearly where you want to go, what you want to do, how you want to be loved, all those things. I hope this was helpful, guys. Please let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check the link in my description box for private reading information, and also my Twin Flame Separation group I started on Facebook. Love and light.